Ini aku mulai admit ya.
Ganti nama.
Indonesian Youth Diplomacy is a non-profit youth organization that actively promotes international exposure and drives inclusive empowerment for Indonesian youths to be influential voices at the national and international level. Through its four overriding missions: sustainability, inclusivity, relevance, and impact, we aim to ensure that Indonesian Youth Diplomacy is a non-profit youth organization that actively promotes international exposure and drives inclusive empowerment for Indonesian youth to be influential voices at the national and international mandate to be the official four overriding missions: sustainability, inclusivity, since 2000, relevance. Indonesia has been represented at the Y20 summit. Indonesian Youth Diplomacy is a non-profit youth organization that actively promotes international Indonesian youth to be influential through its overriding 2013 Y8 Summit London United States since 2000 relevance in 2013 Y20 Summit. Indonesian Youth Diplomacy is a non-profit youth organization that actively promotes international Australia. 2015 Y20 Summit Indonesia. Y20 Summit Tokyo, Japan. 2020 Y20 Summit Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And 2021 Y20 Summit Milan, Italy. And now, it is time to welcome the Y20 delegates to our home, Indonesia. Right after Y20 Italy 2021, we started with a post-summit dissemination of the Y20 Italy 2021 communique with our G20 co-Sherpas and various stakeholders. Then we moved on to roadshows for the Indonesian delegate selection process and held a media gathering for the launch of Y20 Indonesia 2022. In January, we launched the Y20 white paper. And finally, we carried out our recruitment of the Indonesian and ASEAN delegation for Y20 Indonesia 2022. This year, our theme is From Recovery to Resilience, Rebuilding the Youth Agenda Beyond COVID-19. With four priority areas: youth employment, digital transformation, sustainable and livable planet, and diversity and inclusion. This year, for each pre-summit, we shall take you around Indonesia, where you shall see our diversity, cultures, people, and especially our youths. All of these will bring us to the Y20 Summit, which shall take place in two cities, Jakarta and Bandung. Y20 Summit Indonesia 2022 will also give youth startups and initiatives a chance to present their works by providing them a forum to network and for the international community to acknowledge them and perhaps be interested in purchasing their products at the Y20 2022 Virtual Expo. So let us move from recovery to resilience by rebuilding the youth agenda beyond COVID-19. See you at the Y20 Summit Indonesia 2022.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Wetang Tiang Tian. Greetings to all of us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Finalists Virtual Showcase of Y20 Awards 2022. My name is Cecilia Natasha, and I am so honored to be here on behalf of Y20 and Organizing Committee. Allow me to convey our gratitude to all of you who are attending today's event. Before we begin this virtual announcement, I would like to remind to all participants here to follow our terms and conditions during the whole agenda. First, please kindly use a virtual background that has been provided by the committee. Please turn on the camera feature and mute your audio so that the event can run smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin our event today, first of all, I would like to say welcome to our Honorable Co-Chair and Y20 Awards Initiator for today's session. Your Excellency, Mrs. Rahayu Saraswati Jojo Hadikusumo as Co-Chair of Youth 2022. Welcome and good evening, Mrs. Sarah. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Ms. Garsha Paramita as the Y20 Awards Initiator. Good evening, Ms. Garsha.
Good evening, thank you.
And for all participants who joined today's session. Virtual Showcase of Y20 Awards 2022 Finalists is an event where Y20 Awards finalists showcase their projects that they have been or are doing by them. Before we start our session, I would like to give a brief about Y20 Awards. Y20 Awards is a special recognition for young leaders, both individual and groups, at G20 countries and beyond who have consistently done projects, programs, or led organizations, foundations that relates to youth employment, digital transformation, sustainable and livable planet, and also diversity and inclusion. This award will be a novel program, especially hosted by the Indonesian Y20 2022 presidency. We aim to appreciate a great commitment and initiative from youth leaders and youth groups at the G20 network and beyond. Acknowledge actions and consistent projects that have been done, and give them a chance to showcase their projects to global audiences. We hope the next youth leaders will be born under this, and would like to invite friends for leadership to be a part of this engagement. And at the moment, I would like to invite Ms. Rahayu Saraswati as co-chair of Y2022 to start giving. Dear Mrs. Rahayu Saraswati, I invite you to give an opening speech for today's event.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. And hello, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Sukihotu, Wetetungtian. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you might be tuning in from. Greetings from Indonesia. My name is Rahayu Saraswati Joyo Hadikusumo, or Sarah for short, and I am one of the co-chairs for Y20 Indonesia 2022. Here to welcome you to our Y20 Awards finalists presentation or showcase. I am joined by my fellow co-chairs and some of the Y20 organizing committee, and on their behalf as well as my own, I would like to thank you for taking the time to be here with us. We are part of an organization called the Indonesian Youth Diplomacy, or IYD. Most of us are alumni of the Y20. I myself am a head delegate for Indonesia to the Y20 Saudi Arabia 2020. And we have a vision to drive inclusive empowerment of Indonesian youths to be influential voices in national and global diplomacy. This year, IYD has been given the mandate to be the Y20 organizing committee. And for the first time in Y20 history, we have the Y20 Awards, a way for us to give recognition to some of the incredible youths who are making changes around the world. These youths and organizations are a showcase of how the youths are active drivers of positive, inclusive, and sustainable change. They do not sit idly by, but answer the call to be part of the solution. This year, with the Indonesian G20 presidency, President Joko Widodo has given us a clear mandate to have concrete deliverables where our actions should speak louder than our words. The Y20 Awards is part of our answer to this mandate. Our theme this year is from recovery to resilience, rebuilding the youth agenda beyond COVID-19. And as the official Y20 organizer this year, we have set 4 priority areas: youth employment, digital transformation, sustainable and livable planet, and diversity and inclusion. Of course, it has been a long process, starting from the open application in December until now, when we finally present to you our finalists. And for this, the Y20 OC would like to recognize our very own Gea Mois, head of the Y20 Awards Division, for your leadership, tenacity, and patience. The Y20 OC and IYD are proud to have you among us. We thank our judges who have done an amazing job to look through the hundreds of applicants. We appreciate you and honor you. Thank you for your time and your efforts. We thank our partners, FFL, ILO, WRI, UNDP, Plan International, and AVPN for your support, cooperation, guidance, contribution, and friendship. We could not have done this without you. As is the theme for the G20 this year says, recover together, recover stronger. Thank you so much again for all your time, and thank you for joining us. And we wish all the finalists all the very best. Thank you. Good evening from Indonesia.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah, for giving a warm opening speech. And now I would like to invite Ms. Gracia Paramita to start giving a speech. Dear Ms. Gracia, I invite you to give an opening speech for today's event.
Thank you so much, Cecilia. Good evening from Jakarta, Indonesia. And we welcome to all finalists who have joined tonight for today's event. And I also saw some judges joining us today. Alja, Mr. Budi, and also Ching, thank you so much for your time. Just to give a short or a glimpse of this timeline of Y20 Awards, we started in December 2022. That's the first opening of this application, and we received around 60 applicants of the Y20 Awards until March, and now it's been around 6 or almost 7 months, and you are all selected as the finalists. So congratulations to all 20 finalists of Y20 Awards. As we have already got 4 topics or 4 priority areas to the Y20, which are youth employment, digital transformation, sustainable livable planet, and diversity inclusions. The projects of the Y20 Awards are more concrete, or I would say more implemented actions, which is more relevant to the social entrepreneurships, or it's relevant to the digital finance or startups, and then circular economy and inclusive educations along with the creative economy industries. We are so pleased to have you, and hopefully this is not just the end of the session, because you just started the opportunity. And welcome again to the Y20 community, especially to the non-G20 members like Chira from Sri Lanka and Park Mission Society, Faisal from Pakistan. Hopefully this could be new experiences, and of course, something innovative that you can gain among the finalists, and you can have more collaborations. We also hope that all these families can support each other or even build a synergy within the Y20 network or even among the engagement groups of the G20 and the G20 members itself. And again, I would like to thank so much to all the judges who have done so well and worked hard to do the measurements or evaluations, making the scoring or grading until we came up to the 20 finalists. We're still having another step to choose the winners. There will be 5 winners, 4 winners of the individual young leaders category, and 1 best youth group. And again, this is not just about awarding or recognitions, but this is something beyond the G20 communique or Y20 communique. We can convince the G20 leaders or other stakeholders that young people, young generation can be partner with the G20 leaders itself, or even G7 or other global network, other multilateral institutions. And that's something that we still have to develop or even explore further. The way we connect, the way we work together, the way we have further information, how to synergize with G20 members and beyond. My last word, I hope you will still keep doing great things in your projects, keep connecting each other, supporting each other, and when we work together, we become stronger. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gracia, for giving a warm opening speech. Okay, OCs, you may share your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping on our next agenda, I would like to introduce you to our Youth Employment Awards judges. Mr. Budi Mariono. His experience with International Labour Organization and National Team for the Acceleration of Poverty Reduction. He conducted youth employment research together with Plan Indonesia, National Team of Poverty Reduction, and Save the Children USA. He developed youth employment training modules for ILO and Save the Children USA. Ms. Beljil Niang. She is a founder and CEO of YouthThink, a social enterprise and a young professional network in Mongolia. Through her blended membership-based community-driven platform YouthThink, Mongolian youth can access reskilling and upskilling training that will help them to connect and meet the requirements of ever-changing future to work. Mr. Vincent Chandra. He is the co-founder and CEO of Astro, the leading quick commerce company in Indonesia, which delivers more than 1,000 easier on a daily basis. He was the associate vice president at Tokopedia and also was a consultant at McKinsey & Company with coverage spanning across Asia. And he was also a Y20 delegate from Indonesia for Y20 2011 to Argentina. Now he is currently the vice curator for Global Shapers Jakarta Hub. OCs, you may start the video.
I would like to nominate Y20 awards for youth employment And the nomination goes to 1. Muhammad Ramadan from Indonesia. The persons with good leadership and who is critical of the situations from Banten, Indonesia. He is open to others and is able to accept all suggestions and input that are communicated with the goal of realizing his potentials. He is eager to show the community that he can play a major role in his country by learning more about leadership and handling all aspects of leadership. And he argues that creativity allows us to think clearly and is one of the very good qualities that young people must have at the moment. This is Muhammad Ramadan from Indonesia. The second, Alfian Wardana from Indonesia. Alfian and his organizations, Literasi Anak Banua, saw the large gap between rural and urban areas in South Kalimantan and the facilities that can be accessed by urban communities. Also, the gap in the education system itself. They decided to provide academic and non-academic free courses to village children twice a week to deepen their interest in academic learning and extracurricular activities. The project he is undertaking with his organization, Literasi Anak Banua, is based in the Tanah Laut District, Hulu Sungai Utara, and Hulu Sungai Selatan District, which are spread over 17 remote villages. Together with 30 platforms, their members from all over Indonesia manage the program remotely. 40 young volunteers, team members spread over 17 villages, and hundreds of volunteers who participate in Literasi Anak Banua. Literasi Anak Banua itself has helped more than 1,800 children get access to free tutoring, build 15 libraries, thousands and children have access to better educations, 8 new communities developed by Literasi Anak Banua members, hundreds of youth have benefited from empowerment and through existing empowerment program. This is Alfian Wardana from Indonesia.
Oke Pak, udah oke Pak.
Okay, to Mr. Budi.
The pandemic has indeed changed everything in life. Starting from habits in life, the environment has changed due to the virus that has spread widely throughout the country, so that the economy is getting worse for all countries experiencing the impact of this pandemic. During this pandemic, many youths have lost their jobs, low social status, declining economy, and many youths who have a lot of potential to be developed but are hampered because of the problems that often occur during this pandemic. One of them is the economic problem. Youth is a very important thing for a nation. With youth who can build a better nation and can turn this nation into a nation that can regulate people's life for the better by prioritizing the interests of the community rather than personal interests. Today, youth have a great potential to restore the community's economy, with their very creative abilities in developing their potential, so that they can build business well, and even together can gather young people who are capable in their respective abilities in building social entrepreneurship to restore the social economy. Various communities play an important role in restoring the social economy by building social entrepreneurship and creating jobs and working together and collaborating to the best of their abilities. Many subjects can play a role in restoring the people's economy with social entrepreneurship. The government is also an important subject in making policy on youth who are able to restore the social economy for the welfare of small communities. And youth can also take part in deliberations with domestic and foreign governments. We, Indonesian youth, also want to play a role in conducting deliberation with international youth, one of which is South Korea as a country with good economic progress during this pandemic. We, Indonesian youth, have a lot of relationships in cooperation on technological or culture progress and other things to restore the social economy. With this collaboration, it is hoped that many Indonesian and international youths will develop in restoring the social economy, especially among social entrepreneurship. Youth is the future of the nation. Youth is the change of the nation. Youth is the voice of society. Recover together, recover stronger.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Alfian Wardana, saya berusia 19 tahun dan saya adalah founder dari Literasi Anak Banua. Salah satu isu yang saya lihat di lingkungan saya adalah isu pendidikan, khususnya pada bidang literasi di daerah pedesaan dan pedalaman. Pada tahun 2018, saya melakukan sebuah sosialisasi kepada anak-anak di berbagai daerah pedesaan di Provinsi Kalimantan Selatan. Di salah satu desa, saya memberikan satu materi di mana anak-anak itu diwajibkan untuk membaca instruksi yang ada. Dan ketika anak-anak membaca instruksi yang ada, ternyata ada anak-anak dari kelas 3 bertanya kepada saya, bagaimana sih cara membaca ini gitu. Dan di sana saya sadar dan tersentak bahwa ternyata ada permasalahan besar di sini. Bahkan anak-anak kelas 3 itu nggak bisa membaca gitu. Dan padahal nyatanya permasalahan ini menjadi permasalahan sangat krusial. Karena itu adalah hal dasar yang harus mereka kuasai agar bisa berkembang ke depannya. Literasi Anak Banua adalah sebuah komunitas yang bertujuan untuk meningkatkan kualitas pendidikan di daerah pedesaan dan pedalaman, khususnya di Provinsi Kalimantan Selatan dengan berbagai jenis program. Kita memiliki 2 jenis program. Yang pertama adalah program rutin, di mana di sini kita memberikan les gratis kepada anak-anak di Provinsi Kalimantan Selatan disertai dengan pembangunan rumah baca. Dan yang kedua, kita memiliki namanya One Way Project. Di sini kita melaksanakan satu jenis program yang dilaksanakan beberapa kali dalam 1 tahun sesuai dengan kebutuhan dari anak-anak itu sendiri. Di mana dampak yang telah kita hasilkan telah berhasil melaksanakan kegiatan di 14 desa dengan dampak kepada lebih dari 1.800 anak. Pada saat pertama kali kita akan melaksanakan kegiatan literasi anak Banua, banyak tantangan yang ada. Kita, anak muda, dianggap terlalu muda untuk melaksanakan kegiatan yang ada. Kita dianggap tidak memiliki kemampuan untuk melaksanakan kegiatan literasi anak Banua ini. Dan berbagai penolakan pun terjadi dari berbagai stakeholder maupun organisasi yang ada di desa tersebut. Tapi apakah kita nyerah gitu? Enggak, jawabannya adalah tidak. Niat dari awal untuk meningkatkan kualitas pendidikan itu adalah menjadi satu modal kami. Modal kami untuk tidak pernah berhenti menyerah terhadap tantangan yang ada. Dan penolakan itu bukan menjadi sebuah batu kita untuk jatuh, tapi sebuah menjadi batu lompatan. Ini adalah tantangan yang harus kita selesaikan. Dan jika bukan kita, siapa lagi yang bakal masuk ke desa ini? Pada salah satu kegiatan literasi anak Banua, kita bertemu dengan anak-anak yang sedang mengumpulkan batu. Di sana kita bertanya pada anak-anak tersebut, apa cita-cita mereka? Dan mereka banyak menjawab, ada yang jadi guru, ada yang jadi dokter, dan masih banyak lagi. Lalu kita bertanya kepada mereka, mengapa kamu yakin, Dek, dengan cita-cita kamu bisa mewujudkannya? Dan mereka menjawab, karena kami memiliki kakak. Dan di situ sebuah momentum terbentuk. Momentum kepercayaan, momentum sebuah langkah bahwa langkah kita ini tidak salah, dan kami percaya pula bahwa kami tidak boleh mengkhianati mimpi mereka. Sebagai anak muda, seringkali generasi kami dilabeli dengan generasi pembawa perubahan. Yang menjadi pertanyaan, apa yang sudah kami lakukan? Dan di sini, saya ingin berpesan kepada anak muda lainnya, lakukan perubahan itu, walau sekecil apapun. Kita buktikan bahwa generasi kita memang generasi pembawa perubahan tersebut.
It's my turn. Yeah, thank you. It's an honor for me to be part of the International Development Panel for the Y20 Awards, Y20 Indonesia 2022 in the youth employment category. Thank you, Indonesian Youth Diplomacy, the official host of Y20 Indonesia 2022, and Friends for Leadership for providing me this opportunity. It's great to know that this year's Y20 Summit is organized and hosted by the Indonesian Y20 2022 presidency with the theme From Recovery to Resilience, Rebuilding the Youth Agenda Beyond COVID-19 in Indonesia. I hope that my participation as a judge on youth employment, representing Youth Inc., the Young Mongolian Professionals Association, and the Mongolia Decent Work for Youth Network, will be a great impetus for further collaboration, learning, and development for the future of work. So I'm happy to announce the very first group of Y20 Awards finalists, Ladakh Basket from India. Ladakh Basket is an environmentally conscious social enterprise that strives to support indigenous farmers by marketing the unique and exotic products of Ladakh. They advocate and advance sustainable organic farming practices and promote the rich culture of Ladakh. Their activities are aimed at making a positive social and environmental impact by educating villagers about the benefits of organic farming and the negative effects of fertilizers and pesticides. Also provides the knowledge and support for adopting organic and sustainable agricultural practices that maintain soil fertility and biodiversity and provide access to healthy products without the use of chemicals. Congratulations, Ladakh Basket from India.
In hot summer days, I went to visit my neighbor village at Hemya, where I had met 3 grandmothers. And I have asked one grandmother, "Where's your young boys and girls?" And she said that all they went to up hills for grazing cow and sheep. I was quite amazed to hear that. After some time, another grandmother came to me and said, "Son," she was kidding, "all they went to Leh city for better opportunities and better facilities." That hit me hard and I couldn't sleep that night. Jule, my name is Finalists Norbu and I am a co-founder of Ladakh Basket. Ladakh Basket is an online and offline platform where we can sell Ladakhi indigenous produce throughout the world. By doing so, we try to empower the rural local producers so that they can sustain themselves in the villages. Our main vision is to support Ladakhi farmers, preserve indigenous culture, and promote organic farming. Due to COVID-19, we couldn't help that much to our farmers, but we successfully organized awareness programs to the villagers about the importance of organic farming and impact of chemical fertilizer to human health. Till now, we have been working, collaborating and supporting 26 farmers of the remote region of Ladakh, and we have adopted 2 villages. In 2022, our mission is to support, work and collaborate with 100 more farmers in the region, and we will adopt 5 more villages as an organic village. Thank you.
Congratulations. The second group, Y20 Awards finalist is Pak Mission from Pakistan. Pak Mission Society is a national relief and development organization established in 2004 and serving at the national level. Since its establishment, it is under the Youth Development Program. It's building the capacities of youth to eradicate poverty, promote peace, link them to the job market, and develop capacities through various training and development interventions. Congratulations, Pak Mission from Pakistan.
The world of today is different from the world before 2020. COVID has changed so much in our lives. Post-COVID situation requires a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift of adopting this new normal and becoming the part of it. A paradigm shift of thinking of creative ways where the youth in Pakistan and the places like Pakistan can survive, can rehabilitate and can search their own paradigms for creating their own fates. I'm representing Park Mission Society, an organization working for the youth development. Park Mission Society believes in the power of young people. We believe in momentum building in the country. We believe that youth is the powerful catalyst of change. During the COVID times, the team of Park Mission Society has worked more than ever. We worked with more than 100 professionals under our youth development internship program and have rebuilt them, empowered them personally, professionally and spiritually. We try to give them confidence that whatever the situation is, whatever the pandemic is, we have to get back better. We have to recover better. We also tried that no one left behind in the pool of young people we are working with. We have worked with more than 600 young entrepreneurs and giving them this confidence that this is the time where they can prove their skills in a much better way. We have worked with many networks virtually and tried to create different job opportunities for the people we are working with. And still, the need is immense in Pakistan because we are having a youth verge in Pakistan and there's a lot need to work for the young people to create such avenues for the people. So we are looking forward for more people, more encourager, more friends around us to create a better world for the young peoples in Pakistan.
Park Mission Society served and reached unprivileged and unreached Christian community, especially young Christians who are ready to excel their careers, and young professionals who are looking for their jobs. Park Mission Society gives them opportunity, youth development internship program and fellowship program. After completing the 6 months internship program, they learn how to apply their knowledge at personal, professional and spiritual levels. And after getting the job, they become a good source, an earning source for their families, and they become good at their personal level. They develop their character, and after getting inspirational knowledge and inspirational learnings at spiritual level, they become good human beings as well.
Announcing Youth Employment Group Finalists, Indonesia Youth for SMEs, or IYS from Indonesia. IYS is a non-profit organization that aspires to empower Indonesian small-medium enterprises to solve their most challenging issues in growing their businesses while improving youth employment and professional development conditions in Indonesia. IYS tries to solve two main activities to SMEs. One is to deliver pro bono business consulting to SMEs and startups to develop a strategic plan to grow their businesses, which they often lack time and capacity to do. Two, provide professional development training to university students and early career professionals in Indonesia by having them as consultants in the pro bono project where they are mentored by senior and seasoned professionals. IYS also hosts regular webinar and training with topics around professional skills development.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rachel Patricia, and I am the COO and co-founder of Culture Academy Indonesia.
Hello, my name is Arina and I'm the board of Indonesia Youth for SMEs, or IYS. IYS is a youth professional organization and we've been operating for more than 10 years. We have a vision to be a youth professional non-profit organization with pro bono spirit that actively contributes to SMEs empowerment in Indonesia. And our mission is to empower small, medium growing enterprises to optimize their potentials and improve their competitiveness by solving its most challenging problem. We do this through two main activities: consulting projects to growing enterprises and professional development for members and public. I will tell you more about this. First, we provide pro bono strategic business consulting to SMEs from various industries, working on key business topics such as market expansion, operational efficiency, as well as talent and organization. As SMEs provide employment to more than 60% of Indonesians, we believe that by empowering SMEs, will help grow Indonesia's economy and create better employment opportunity for Indonesians. We have served more than 50 SMEs and early-stage startups. Some of them have gone from a day one business to Series A and B companies. Some of our clients' businesses are also international in nature. For example, exports and talent supplier to other G20 countries such as Saudi Arabia and India. Second, we provide professional development training to university students in Indonesia. We do this by having them as consultants in our pro bono projects, where they are mentored by our consulting and industry professionals to deliver strategic business recommendation. We also host regular webinar and training with topics around professional skills development. To date, we have more than 250 IYS case team members and have reached more than 1,000 university students. We have international reach with students from Indonesia, Singapore, United Kingdom, and Hong Kong. We also provide support for digital education and career and recruitment support through our partnership with Binar Academy. Through our program, we help them land their first jobs or find better employment opportunities. We are so excited to apply to Y20 Awards and hope that we can amplify our impact even further for youth employment in Indonesia.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rachel Patricia, and I am the COO and co-founder of Culture Academy Indonesia. So SMEs are now one of the breakthroughs in increasing economic growth in the midst of society to achieve good welfare. And this means that SMEs are the pillars of Indonesian economy. We see that based on the data here that unfortunately many product quality of SMEs does not meet international standards, resulting to the decline of exports. Even also, many of them does not have access to market. And so, Culture Academy is here as an edutech app providing the one-stop solution, and that being the improvements to your skills and product, as we also facilitate you in exporting. We are here with a clear vision and mission, namely to improve the quality of SMEs products in Indonesia and also build a trusted and profitable ecosystem in the fields of SMEs development in Indonesia. So far, we have 4 major features, and that being video tutorials that are validated by known companies in the export world. Second is the live classes, where we have the best speakers at their specialties speak to you. Third is the one-on-one mentoring, providing the private consultation session with our qualified mentors. And last but not least, the fourth one is the market access, as we link these SMEs straight to the buyers from all across the world. Our market size is at 65 millions, with 18 millions as the serviceable available markets, making half of it our target. This is the comparison of apps serving similar features with us, and we can see that Culture Academy is the only one that covers all 4 points. The calculation of our business subscription model is at 60-40, where the 60% is for our mentors and the 40% is for our platforms. The margin of export that we have right now is maximum at 5%. Up to this point, we have successfully reached 300 million Indonesian rupiah, containing 1,500 of SMEs and half of them as active paying users. Collaborating with 46 villages and of course more to come, our monthly distribution of income is now at 1.1 billion Indonesian rupiah. We are also supported by leading companies here such as Genio Asia Logistics, Telkomsel, and even Kemenparekraf themselves. And as per 2021, our startup shows a very great escalation in the first 3 quarters, and at our 3rd quarter, we have reached the revenue of 919 million. We wish to keep growing Culture Academy as we aim to the seed round, that being the 1.7 billion, and this funding will then be allocated 50% for our marketing, 30% to our module improvements and mentors, and the 20% is for our company. The big 3 in our company is myself as a CEO and co-founder, Henry as the CEO and founder, and also Stephen as the CMO. We are mentored by two amazing advisors here, Pia Bruce, the co-founder of Angels of Impacts, and also Marali Bodhiputro, the CEO and founder of Temu. We are here with the same vision, that is leveling up SMEs in Indonesia and of course creating economic recovery, especially during this pandemic. And thus are the explanation of Culture Academy Indonesia. As I reach to the end of my presentation, I would like to thank you for the time and opportunity given to me. Please do not hesitate to ask any questions or inquiries you may have. Once again, I am Rachel, signing off.
Thank you, judges, and congratulations to all the finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping on our next agenda, I would like to introduce to you our Diversity and Inclusion Track Chair, Disti Winata. She is one of the Diversity and Inclusion Track Chair of the Y20 2022. She is a communication consultant and researcher specializing in socioeconomic issues, cultural shift, and COVID-19. Previously, she was an Indonesian delegate to the G20 Youth Summit 2011 in France and the G20 Summit 2012 in Mexico. She earned a Master of Commerce with distinction from the University of Sydney, researching the intrinsic drivers of work for creative workers in Indonesia. Having worked in education, technology, and media in various G20 countries, she is passionate about driving greater inclusion and diversity for young people in education and the creative economy. Ms. Disti Winata, you may announce the finalists.
Thank you so much for that intro, Cecilia. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, and also to young people tuning into this virtual showcase of the Y20 Awards 2022. It is my honor to have this opportunity to announce the finalists under Diversity and Inclusion Priority Area. Just to let you know, I'm so blown away by the creativity, initiative, as well as the difference that these finalists have made in their communities. First off, I'd like to start with the individual category. The first one is Ellie Zlatar from the United Kingdom. Ellie Zlatar explores art activism as a catalyst for change-making. She examines, she instigates, and she provokes the notions of individual experience through focusing on the themes of illness, vulnerability, and authenticity of one's lived-in experience. She is the founder of The Starving Artist, which is an artist initiative that helps broaden perspectives on two important topics, eating disorders and mental illness, in which she channels them through the artistic voice. She also founded the Starving Artist Scholarship Fund, which helps people access inpatient treatment for eating disorders. Let's take a look at her video.
The number on the scale got really, really low. I was on my deathbed and I couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs. Like it was that bad. I think eating disorders are a lifelong illness. It's something that never really goes away. It's not something that you can quit altogether. Like you can't quit having food. So the body is still recovering and still always being challenged by food. I use art as a way for communication. I tend to just be someone who's not as articulate as most, and so I found that by sharing visual works, it was a good way to start these conversations where I wouldn't normally have the confidence or even just the right space and mindset to share things like that. I run an artist initiative called The Starving Artist, and what we do is work with international artists all over the world. What I did was create a body of work that looked both at the physical, but then also the psychological experiences of eating disorders. I curated the exhibition and I ran the publication, but from there it gained so much traction. It got over 50 artists who wanted to get involved, and I also had the artist publication get picked up by over 30 universities worldwide, and I realized that there was this need for this voice to be heard.
Ali opened up my eyes to just the depth and complexity that someone goes through when they're suffering with an eating disorder. Some people like myself use their downtime to just sit on the couch, watch TV, play games, but Ali's concept of downtime is to continuously look for new opportunities, new work, new communities she can get involved with and help.
I've created 2 artist books on the topic, and I've also created the Starving Artist Scholarship Fund, which helps people access inpatient treatment for eating disorders. I think that I've had a really wide range of positive responses from the public. It's been something that has been really positive and really diverse, the way that people engage with the art. Almost like a sense of relief for them, and I really, really enjoy that aspect of my art, just being able to see that connection emerge between people understanding mental illness and the artistic voice.
Thank you, and congrats, Ali. Next up is Heneka Ralage Shiranti Tavisha Senanayake from Sri Lanka. So Shiranti is a systemic development practitioner specializing in youth empowerment incubation and alternative development thinking. Expanding upon over 11 years of experience in the youth development ecosystems of South Asia, she founded the region's only youth empowerment incubator called Hype Sri Lanka. In symbiotic collaboration with the state as well as non-state stakeholders of Sri Lanka's youth empowerment ecosystem, the Youth Empowerment Incubator pilots the mainstreaming of this concept as an alternative youth development approach. Youth Empowerment Incubator facilitates the parallel participation of primary, which are the stakeholders of the youth development ecosystem, as well as secondary impact audiences, which goes to the individual youth, in both top-level youth development processes as well as community-level youth development processes. Through this approach, the organization contributes to the reduction of age-based inequalities as well as discrimination under Sustainable Development Goal number 10. Let's take a look at her video. All right, congrats, Shiranti. And the next finalist is Kyoka Constantini from France. Kyoka and her organization called Music and Science Catalysts, it's aimed to address the challenges of achieving diversity and inclusion in the sciences and mathematics. Her idea is to use music as a means to motivate and excite children and youths to study aspects of science and mathematics. For example, this could include the physics of sound generation, the digital technology aspects of music, as well as the neuroscience of hearing and listening to music. That's so creative and so innovative. And she likes to talk about the need to improve diversity and inclusion in the study of science, technology, engineering, as well as mathematics or STEM. This includes diversity in so many aspects, including gender, race, socioeconomic background, and achievement of inclusions by supporting her continued involvement in these areas. Let's watch Kyoka's video.
Hello, I'm Kyoka Costantini. I believe music is a catalyst to change people towards a more diverse, inclusive, and sustainable society. I play the viola and I'm a student at the Conservatoire à Rayonnement Régional of Paris. Also, I have been part of a wonderful children's orchestra, Les Petites Mains Symphoniques, where the players are from 6 to 17 years old. We have played in great venues such as the UNESCO, the Pantheon, and on national televisions, and on smaller, more intimate places such as retirement homes. Through these experiences, I have seen how music brings us and engages us together at all ages. This is my music experience. Playing, singing, listening, music has the power to hold our attention, including children and youths. Ask yourself, how does music captivate you and your friends? Now, there's a second side of me. I also like science and mathematics. Whether in my high school in France, as a child in Singapore, or with my extended family across Japan, England, and Italy, as a young woman, I have heard a consistent encouragement in continuing these subjects. I am grateful for this, but I know I should not take it for granted. I know there's a wider societal problem. Some may say an opportunity, I prefer to say a need, to improve diversity and inclusion in scientific, technological, engineering, and mathematical studies. This includes diversity across many dimensions, including gender, race, socioeconomic background, and the achievement of inclusion to support all in their continued involvement in these domains over time. But to continue in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, one needs to build up the understanding, capabilities, and skills. This must start at an early age, as youths and children. My proposal is to leverage the power of music to engage us to improve diversity and inclusion in science and mathematics, to use music as a means to motivate and excite children and youths to study aspects of science and mathematics. For instance, this could include the physics of sound generation, the computer science algorithms that could write music, and neuroscience of hearing and listening to music. So this is not about playing or listening to music, which I recommend, or studying science and mathematics, which I also recommend. Today, I would like to focus on using science and mathematics to understand this magical, exciting, and captivating world of music, which has been forever part of human civilizations and cultures. I would like you to consider how you could leverage music to widen and deepen engagement in science and mathematics. Let me make 3 suggestions to trigger your thinking and actions. First, metaphors matter. Metaphors can be chosen. To illustrate a common term that is used to refer to someone who's interested in technical, mathematical, scientific aspects is a rocket scientist. But what if you're not interested in rockets? How about also having a music scientist as a role model and source of inspiration? to create a cool and attractive reference point for all of those who have a passion for different types of music. Secondly, robot clubs and competitions are hot. Are any related to music? Imagine if you could have a companion robot to help you play or sing along with you to help you practice. Third, bring music into the math and science curriculum. If you're a child or youth at school, ask your teachers about the math and science of music. If you're a tutor or teacher, develop lesson plans that incorporate music to study biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, computer science, and so forth. To conclude, the challenge of improving diversity and inclusion in mathematics and sciences is important. To complement other initiatives, I propose leveraging the power music has to engage us all, focus on the science and mathematics of music to catalyze a wider engagement of children and youth in science and mathematics.
Congrats, Kyoka. Now, I'd like to introduce the finalists for the group category. The first finalist under the group category goes to Global Shapers community from India. The Global Shapers community has been an extremely enriching journey of head, heart, hand, and soul. Celebrating its 10th year in 2021, the Global Shapers community is 14,000 members strong in 440 city hubs across 150 countries. It is a movement where young people are central to the solution building, policy making, and creating lasting change. This is made possible through the local hubs that run as a social enterprise with an agile design thinking principle, lean and diverse teams, as well as cross-stakeholder partnerships. The Global Shapers community has been selected by the World Economic Forum headquarters to be on their international COVID-19 steering committee and to represent Asia. Let's take a look at what they've done.
Crisis management and recovery planning are pivotal in working together and restoring trust. As demonstrated by the work I've done in the Global Shapers community, my area of expertise lies in global cooperation and risk and resilience. As past curator of the New Delhi hub in India, I've impacted 20,000 plus lives, instituted 65 plus partnerships, and organized 20 plus events. On the pandemic front, I've driven a range of initiatives that include the creation and dissemination of local language resource toolkits, digital services, and coalition building platforms. During the unfortunate second wave, our hub raised $10 million to provide medical kits and supplies across the country. As a member of the International COVID Steering Committee, I've coordinated efforts globally to donate 1.2 million PPEs, provide 1.9 million meals, raise $600,000 and galvanize 47,000 volunteers for COVID response. It's been a great learning journey and an immense privilege to be a global shaper, particularly at this point in human history.
Congrats to the team over at Global Shapers community in India. And up next is the Students' Council of Ursuline Surakarta Senior High School from Indonesia. So the Student Council of Ursuline Surakarta Senior High School primarily serves as the school's internal needs, where their contributions transcends beyond the school community as they always set their hearts to make bigger impacts for the society. That is why on the National Library Visit Day last year, Gayatri, the representative of this student council, as well as her team, leads the initiative, the Nawala Project. With the presence of Nawala among the people of Surakarta, they aim to bridge the society's literacy gap by making the access and options to books as inclusive as possible. To this day, there have been thousands of books donated to the Nawala Project and thousands of people who have benefited from it. Let's see what they've done so far.
Hi, my name is Gayatri. I'm 17 years old and I couldn't stop thinking about Indonesians' low interest in literacy. It all started when I found out that according to UNESCO, Indonesia ranks 69 out of 127 countries in reading competence. Based on this, some argued that the low level of literacy in Indonesia is rather caused by the lack of access to books. So unfortunately, having the access and options to books is still a privilege. It is still not inclusive enough. I couldn't stop thinking about it, so last year, in the midst of pandemic, September of 2021, I pitched an idea of initiating a public roadside library. Together with Ursuline Surakarta Senior High Student Council, Rotary and Rotaract Club of Surakarta, and the local government of Surakarta, we put this idea into reality. Let me introduce you to Nawala Project. Nawala is a roadside free library that fully belongs to the public. Yes, you heard that right. It is free and it belongs to all of us. We have a concept of collective collaboration which allows anyone to be able to read a book at any time and anyone to be able to share and donate books at any time too. Nawala Project aims to bridge people who need access to books and people who already have access to books and literacy. With Nawala, our main goal is to close the literacy gap of our society. If you need books, come and borrow one. If you have books, come and share one. We can all be part of this change, this movement. With Nawala, anyone can contribute, anyone can make an impact, anyone can embody an inclusive society.
Congratulations to the Nawala Project as well as the Student Council of Ursuline Surakarta Senior High School. Again, that's the finalists for the Diversity and Inclusion Priority Area. Congrats to all of you once again. Now I'd like to pass it back to Cecilia and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Disti, and congratulations to all the finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Mr. Bhushan and Ms. Gracia are not present for the next agenda to announce the Sustainable and Livable Planet Awards finalists. Therefore, I would like to introduce you to Ms. Gea Moise. She is the head of Y20 Awards Division in 2022. She was the international delegate as the World Bank president to the Y8 Summit London 2013. She is currently an AVP in Ajaib, a unicorn investment tech company, and a certified psychotherapist candidate. Ms. Gea, you may announce the finalists.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Cecilia, for the opportunity, and it's been a great pleasure and honor to have coordinated and organized the Y20 Awards journey. And I'm very delighted to present to you the nominations for the Sustainable and Livable Planet nominations. So, the first nominations is Angela Chong from United States. Angela Chong is the first generation Asian American Harvard sophomore. She is studying economics with a secondary in environmental science, public policy, and a citation in Mandarin. Hailing from Houston, Angela has felt the impact of natural disasters and climate change firsthand. Though she is currently on a gap year, she previously served as her school's first ever Minister for Climate and Sustainability on the Undergraduate Council Executive Cabinet. Angela is passionate about youth climate advocacy and was fortunate enough to represent youth at the U.S. Institute of Peace Conference, Rotary World Peace Conference, ECOSOC Youth Conference, EarthX 2022, Stockholm Plus 50 C40 City Summit, and many more. She currently serves as an intern for the UN Capital Development Fund and enjoys figure skating in her free time. So let's see what Angela Chong has done in the project.
Hi there, my name is Angela Zong, and I'm a sophomore at Harvard University studying energy and the environment. I'd love to apply for the Y20 award and was looking at different household products that I could create a value chain out of and analyze to understand how our individual consumption can really make a difference. I looked at everything from bread to soap, which are all common products that we use, especially during the time of COVID. But when I couldn't decide on one individual product to analyze, I realized that all of these products had one thing in common, that is palm oil. But not this type of palm. Palm oil is a type of oil often found in things like vegetable oil and preserved foods. This comes from the oil palm tree, which is very prominent in the rural parts of Indonesia as well as Malaysia, giving this a local connection to the Y20 as well. the problem with oil palm or deforestation, but also the way that it is being deforested. Oftentimes, rural farmers who are small landholders will use fire in order to slash and burn the forestry and prepare the new harvest and the new cycle. However, this has many major effects on the environment, for example, by damaging the farmer's health. The ash also creates different types of particulate matter that can cause lung cancer, and the smoke is often harmful as well. In order to find a more environmental solution to this international problem of oil palm, we need to consider the context in which it is located. Of course, I would never want to deprive these farmers of the different economic opportunities and social mobility that planting oil palm can take, especially since many other crops cannot be harvested in these rural areas that have perhaps lower nutrient levels or high amounts of peat. However, we can make sure that the processes are ones that don't allow people or corporations to take advantage of these shareholder farmers and their health, as well as that of the environment. So I was able to lobby the World Food Program to ask for better certification standards, such as the RSPO or a roundtable on sustainable palm oil. This sort of presentation with the World Food Program was able to advocate for us to tax the countries that are purchasing unsustainable oil palm processes and use that money in order to create funds and only purchase sustainable palm oil. That way, everyone wins. Not only are farmers able to build their own livelihoods through this product, and consumers are able to consume it without any of the negative impacts of slash and burn forestry on the environment. Together, we're able to create a more just system instead of justice system. Environmental health, justice, and equity are all intertwined, and it is up to us to address it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and the next nominations goes to Zagi Berian from Indonesia. Zagi, with his organization, the Society of Renewable Energy, or SRE, is aiming to accelerate the energy transition in Indonesia through youth empowerment and multi-organizational collaboration. From his side, the energy transition and climate action must begin with the young generation. SRE utilizes a four-step methodology to achieve the goals through awareness, theoretical understanding, hands-on experience, and synthesis. SRE created more than 300 events with accumulated participants of around 400,000 from students to civil society and targeted to increase gender equality in the energy sector. SRE also provides a talent pool platform related to the sustainability sectors. SRE allows youth to install solar PV in rural areas with a project at around 30 locations in 2022. They are now available in 40 universities across Indonesia within 2 years and are the most expansive youth energy organization in Indonesia, with 3,000 members in each year. Related to G20, Zagi helps the ETWG for Youth Movement together with the MEMR and creates a collaboration with B20 TFESC for side events. Zagi often joins events underneath SRE, for instance, COP26 Glasgow, IRENA Youth Scientific Conference, and several national and international events. Lastly, Zagi actively joins the global network in SDG 7YC as a regional focal point and global councils for SDGs. Let's check out Zagi's video for what he has done with SRE.
Climate change is the most pressing issue the world has ever faced. With imminent consequences from continuous global warming to come, it is important to note that we still have a chance to correct our path. Indonesia is taking concrete steps toward this path correction, setting an ambitious target of reaching net zero emission by 2060 or sooner. Coming from an archipelago country with low-lying lands, negative effects of the climate change hit close to our home. However, this target requires a level of multi-organizational collaboration never seen before. That is where the role of youths come in. Founded in 2019 in Institut Teknologi Bandung, Society of Renewable Energy aims to accelerate the Indonesian energy transition through inclusive youth empowerment and multi-institutional collaboration. To achieve our goals, we utilize four-step methodology for energy transition empowerment. Raising the awareness level, provide theoretical understanding, exercise some practical experience, and synthesis another innovation. We believe with the strong capability and commitment from the youths, we can shape a better world in the future.
And our next nominations, Joel Christoph from Germany. Joel is a PhD researcher in economics and the co-founder and managing director of Andima, an AU, Germany-based company offering B2B software that matches energy consumption with the intermittent renewable energy supply in electricity grids. The software then provides recommendations and automated responses to change companies' production plan. This helps companies to save electricity costs and greenhouse gas emissions while still meeting customer orders. Indima effectively makes companies more competitive and sustainable, while also integrating intermittent renewable energy in electricity grids. This helps to stabilize grids and accelerate the transition to renewable energy sources by increasing the demand for electricity at times when the renewable energy supply is highest. Moreover, it shows SMEs and manufacturing companies in the hardest to decarbonize sectors that the energy transition is also an economic and technological opportunity to reduce costs while making a societal contribution. Besides Joel, the team consists of a product manager, a software developer, and a data scientist, with participants and partners including 20 direct mentors, mentees, investors, and collaborators. Additionally, the audience and client base through the supply chains of the corporate partners span over 100,000 employees with over 1.3 terawatt hours of annual electricity consumptions. So here it goes, Joel Christoph.
Welcome to Endima. SMEs in the EU's manufacturing industry are facing the growing problem of paying the world's highest electricity costs per kilowatt hour and the intermittency of the cheaper renewable energy supply from solar and wind. We help these SMEs by predicting the renewable supply in the energy grid using weather and energy data and matching this with SMEs' production plans to lower their electricity costs and to increase the usage of renewables across the EU. Our 4-person team consists of a data scientist, an econometrician, a product manager, and an energy expert, and we have been working together full-time in our office in Frankfurt. Each team member brings graduate training, industry knowledge, and startup experience to leverage our complementary skill sets and to execute the necessary tasks to bring our product to markets. Half of our team is technical and builds the MVP, the other half is customer-focused and speaks to clients daily. Reaching out to over 100 SMEs and collaborating with 5 industry partners has validated our approach, strengthened our team spirit, and this cements our conviction to continue our mission to accelerate decarbonization in Europe and the world.
Our next nominee is Yola Miranda from Indonesia. Yola has made an initiative called Green Basket, which accepts any brands of the used face mask to be treated properly using the government standards. She also founded and produced Maskit, face masks with less plastic, even more using coconut shell waste as activated carbon and combined with nanosilver, effectiveness more than 95%. She was motivated by seeing that Indonesia is the third rank as the highest number of air pollution and has more than 3,000 hectares of wildfire. It is worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, in 2020, face mask waste is the biggest problem in our disposal treatment because of its huge numbers, contains 100% plastic, and needs special pre-treatment. This challenged her to answer the problem. Her organization is based in Depok, and currently there is 15-member team. Every day, Maskit can receive 20 kilos of used masks from all over Indonesia. Maskit already sold the product more than 5 million pieces face masks in the past 2 years.
In 2015, we have a very big forest fire in Kalimantan, Indonesia, which the haze is distributed to the Malaysia and Singapore, and people using gas masks that very uncomfortable and pricey. In that year, I started make a reusable mask named Maskit, and it has the same performance as the N95, but using the nanosilver as friendly environment materials. And surprisingly, in 2020, COVID-19 shake the world and everyone using the face mask, and the demand is increasing rapidly. But we know that 100% plastic using in that face mask, and according to the Independent, it's the waste of the mask is around 3 million pieces in every minute in this world. So seeing that, as CEO and founder in Maskit, a face mask manufacturer, I have an initiative to create the disposable mask, because that the reusable mask is no longer be recommended by the government. And using this one, I made this one the products with the less plastic. It is the combination between the sterilized of the plastic pellets with the cotton, so it can be have the performance of the bacterial efficiency filter up to 95%, and it can be certified by the Ministry of Health in Indonesia. And another concern of that is people using a lot of brands of the face masks in the world. And the initiative from the Maskit that I made is that we accept all of the brands, any model of the used face mask to be sent out to our warehouse, and we can treat the face mask into the well treatment so it can be dumped to the soil properly. So currently we already have 5 million pieces that already treated in our warehouse, and we using the treatment is from the incinerator, and the ash can be properly dumped to the soil without contaminate any soil or the water. I encourage all the manufacturers of the face mask to do the same thing, have the facility of the face mask treatment before dumped to the environment. And also to the community and society to be more responsible what they have done using the face mask. We need to keep healthy to our body, but the environment also. Thank you.
And here is our last nominations from the Sustainable and Livable Planet track in group category. So Recosystem is a clean tech startup from Indonesia that offers waste management services and data tracers for waste collections, segregations, and distribution activities. The issue that they aim to solve is the low productivity of recycling rate and unproductive waste supply chain, where more than 2 million waste workers still work informally. Recosystem is based in Greater Jakarta, and Surabaya consists of 26 full-time employees, empowers more than 100 individual field working partners, and works with more than 10 waste company partners. Recosystem connects neighborhoods and businesses with responsible waste management services, ensures all of the waste is segregated to the right types, and match makes each type of waste to the right recyclers. They decided to create a solution in the waste management sector, knowing waste is a post-consumer product that can be eliminated from our lives. And Indonesia, as the fourth most populous country in the world, will always have waste as a challenging and big issue to be solved. So please welcome Recosystem with the video of what they've been doing so far.
Have you ever wondered why the plastic pollution is a big issue? Most of the waste are post-consumer products. Thus, it will be in line with the growth of consumption in the society. In Indonesia, only around 10% of the plastic waste is recycled, and the rest is polluting the environment, like ended up in landfills, leaked to the ocean, burned, and buried. Currently, we count on to more than 2 million of waste workers in the industry. But they still work informally and unproductively. To solve this issue, we need a disruption, a solution that can improve the productivity of waste workers and at the same time create a better waste value chain. Recosystem will change the game. We are a waste management platform providing smart city and recycling solution. We connect neighborhoods and businesses with the responsible waste workers, ensure all type of the waste is segregated to the right types, and matchmake each type of waste to the right recycler. There are 4 main features in our platform. The first feature is Redrop. It's a consumer-facing feature that can be accessed on Request System app. It enables neighborhoods to be more responsible by setting up collection point or reverse vending machine called Rebox, where user can drop their inorganic waste and get rewards per kilogram. The second one is Repickup. It is a responsible waste pickup subscription feature. It is applied for neighborhoods, residential areas, and businesses. The package starting with free and rewarding packages until paid services. The next one, Recollab. It is a feature to empower the waste workers and aggregators. It helps waste workers to work more productive by getting pickup routing, and for waste aggregators to register as drop point and get connected with more users. And last but not least, the Recodash. It's a waste accounting and dashboard feature for individuals, residentials, businesses, and brand owners. We successfully continued our zero waste management program with our B2B clients. We expanded our installation of new drop points and reboxes by collaborating with FMCG brand and started our expansion to Surabaya through B2B partnership with developer and waste recycling partners there. We are more than ready to grow even further, to tackle the waste issue, to create a better ecosystem, and be a platform of our age.
Thank you, Ms. Gea, and congratulations to all the finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping on our next agenda, I would like to introduce to you our Digital Transformation Awards judges. Ms. Kinyi, she is an Economic Affairs Officer at the World Trade Organization. She is a fintech and blockchain enthusiast with over 9 years of working experience in trade and development. She is one of the authors of the World Trade Report, Global Value Chain Report, and WCP Chairs Book. She represented the WTO as a delegate in the 2018 Y20 Summit. She is also OUC Berkeley Certified Expert on Digital Transformation. Second, Mr. Wafa Taftazani. He is an award-winning Cambridge-educated executive, entrepreneur, and investor with more than 10 years of experience across technology, digital entertainment, corporate finance, public policy, and international relations. He is the founder and CEO of Upbank, co-founder and chairman of VC Gamers, and co-founder and president commissioner of Modal Rakyat. He previously held senior positions at Google, YouTube, and Shopee, and started his career in corporate finance at MUFG. Ms. Kinyi, you may announce the finalists.
Many thanks, Cecilia. It's my great pleasure to serve Y20, which is a cloud printing service, and they immediately won the digital smart competition with it and become the best used project in Terrascan, Russia. After that, he became the resident of the IT Park Incubator and registered as a legal entity. He put together a team and started developing his project. Nowadays, the project has an MVP and is preparing to launch. During this project, they become the winner of many projects and were involved into Innopolis and Skonovo. Let's have a look at what Amy has to say.
Всем привет, меня зовут Эмиль Харисов, и я представляю проект Print Doc Cloud, сервис облачной печати. Мы – межвузовская команда, собранная со всей России, резидент IT-парка. Несмотря на тенденции цифровизации, копировальные услуги популярны в наши дни. Основной целевой аудиторией остаются студенты. Но для студентов копицентры дорогие, небезопасны и неудобны в использовании. Мы создали решение, которое снизит финансовый операционный расход для предпринимателей и обеспечит удобный способ печати для пользователей. Как это работает? Пользователь открывает Telegram-бот, отправляет файл на печать и забирает свою распечатку в ближайшем принтере. Это быстро, дешево и безопасно. В сезон копицентр Казани с хорошей локацией зарабатывает более 100 тысяч рублей в месяц. По нашим подсчетам, наш аппарат будет окупаться в течение 2-3 месяцев. Для старта 5 локаций нам необходимо 600 тысяч рублей инвестиций, и для полного продукта и его масштабирования необходимо 7 миллионов инвестиций. Печатай безопасно в один клик вместе с Print Doc Cloud.
Thank you. And the next nomination goes to Yohannes Sugitonogorovo from Indonesia. Yohannes and his organization is an agriculture-focused financial technology that empowers farmers across Indonesia with technology and capital that are based in Jakarta, Indonesia. Beyond connecting investors and farmers, they also integrate the entire agriculture ecosystem from suppliers to customers through technology. Being interested in agriculture since high school and after having gained insights from his interaction with farmers who faced a lot of challenges and failures in his effort to help farmers, he started dedicating his life helping farmers ever since. Since Crowd's establishment in 2016, his employees keep growing as now it has grown to 200 employees. And they have funded more than 38,000 farmers beneficiaries and in providing them not only with capital, but also technology and innovation. Let's have a look at what Yohannes have done.
Hi, my name is Johannes. I'm CEO and founder of Crowdy, where Crowdy is an integrated agriculture solution for solving farmers' problems all in Indonesia. We believe that agri-financing faces a whole new challenge in Indonesia. Many of their farmers live in the rural area, not get any options or access out there, are really far from technology. Even their access to networks such as internet and connections quite narrow, which is we are seeing this is as one of the main problems from farmers in Indonesia. A lot of farmers actually restricted to bank loans. They only have several options like loan sharks or middlemen. Crowdy was founded since 2016, doing tons of pilots, but really as to the company in 2018, we found that the farmers even utilize their own daughter as collaterals. For me, it doesn't make sense. It was a window to poverty change in rural area or for farmers in Indonesia. Since 2016, we helped more than 30,000 farmers all across Indonesia. In 70 cities, farmers in Indonesia, there's 28.1 million. There's tons of things that need to be done for helping farmers in Indonesia. Okay, since 2016, Crowdy has carried more than 750 workshops all around Indonesia in terms of financial inclusions. We started focusing on empowering women in agriculture society. We believe that women have certain roles in agriculture industries that we believe that really underappreciated. So we want to focus on women since 2020. We create tons of solutions with tons of NGOs like UNDP, and there's several other NGOs as well that actually really focusing on women. This allow us to beneficiaries to gain more insight that doing agriculture is more than just about cultivating. It's about the whole society. Through digital transformations that Crowdy has been doing, our farmers and also non-farmers, off-farm and on-farm, get beneficiaries from what we're doing on to farmers itself. So are able to access to possibly gaining sustainable living through the agriculture business chain. So we also provide technology to our suppliers, to the whole stakeholders, which disperse the loans to the farmers directly with the non-cash, where through this we are able to track their farming supplies, availability, how they use it, how they treating their land, and then how they're using their certain chemicals and fertilizers, so they can meet the needs of the farmers just in time they want to work on their land. So we believe that there's several solutions out there that try to solve farmers' problems that we believe that we need to working together, and how to engage, how we using our platform and technology to engage the whole ecosystems and helping farmers for our futures.
Congratulations once again to Amy and Johannes. Now I will pass the floor back to Cecilia. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Wafa Taftazani, you may announce the finalists.
Thank you, Cecilia. Hello, everyone. My name is Wafa. It's my great honor and pleasure to announce the next two finalists for Y20 Awards 2022 from the Digital Transformation track. First one is Jabar Digital Service from Indonesia. Jabar Digital Service, or JDS, or the West Java Technical Unit for Digital Services, Data, Geospatial Information, is a technical unit under the West Java Communications and Informatics Agency based in Bandung, Indonesia. With their vision to improve public services based on data and technology, JDS adopts the pentahelix model as a form to encourage open collaboration with various strategic stakeholders. The program aims to create welfare of rural communities, develop community capacity, and optimize village potential through digitalization. Let's hear from Jabar Digital Service directly.
While the urban areas are developing rapidly, villages in West Java are still having difficulties from digital infrastructure development to proper education and skill training. The absence of connectivity and lack of digital literacy and skills limits the activities of villagers, especially in dealing with how to market a product businesses. To narrow the digital divide in West Java villages, the provincial government initiates a program called Desa Digital with 4 levels of development. As an important actor who drives the economy in rural areas, providing digital marketing training for BUMDes is necessary to widen the access for their product marketing and digital literacy on how to stimulate the utilization of digital payment. Together with our partners from more than 4,000 active BUMDes in West Java, around 1,400 have joined e-commerce platforms and been provided with assistance. More than 400 products sold with 12.8 million customers who have seen the BUMDes and MSMEs products. Since technology today is evolving, young people in the villages also need to upgrade their knowledge and capacity. Therefore, we developed Chandra di Muka Jabar Coding Camp, a coding training scholarship program for the youth to be the future technology leaders. In 2021, this program has impacted 361 graduates who are ready to build West Java from villages. We hope that the young people can take a part and make the village's economic growth to be the nation's economic power in the future, and therefore, the mission of community welfare can be realized. Desa Digital towards West Java to be a digital inclusive province.
Thank you and congrats, Jabar Digital Service. Next up, I'll be announcing our next finalist, ADOS Global from Argentina. ADOS is based in Argentina, United Kingdom, Uruguay, and has 23 team members. Almost 50,000 people were directly impacted in the 2021 to their project. Over the last 10 years, they have been developing projects for young people to create, replicate, or scale ideas of projects for more people to have the tools to thrive in an ever-changing world. To do this, they partner with different international organizations such as UNESCO and OECD, companies such as Microsoft and Accenture, NGOs that are specialists in social entrepreneurship such as One Young World and Eunice and Youth. Congrats, Eidos Global from Argentina, and now let's hear from them directly.
Hi, my name is Marina. I work at Eidos Global and I was part of the designing and I pushed the creation of the Social Innovation Warehouse. Why did I do this? For the past 5 years, I have been working with young entrepreneurs all around the world. And usually when I talk to them, they have the same challenges, no matter in which part of the globe they are. Those challenges are most of the time related in that they don't have either the means or the network to boost up their projects. So they created something that is successful in the local communities, that is solving a local challenge that is key for them, but they are not able to boost up this impact. This is why I decided to create this Social Innovation Warehouse. It's a free capacity building program for young entrepreneurs. And it's also a repository of good practices and projects that are already successful in different parts of the world. And how I was able to do this, due to the G20, due to the Y20, I was able to understand and see which of these projects were successful. I chose some of them, I started working with them, and I noticed how positive was the networking and how easy was the networking between them and the good practices that they were already doing. This is how we scaled this, and today we were able to impact more than 150 young people from different parts of the world, from Latin America, Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, from the US, from Africa. We work a lot with Nigeria, we work with Cameroon, we work with Morocco. We have been working also with Europe. We have people from the UK, we have people from Spain, we have people from Asia, we have people from Indonesia, we have people from China, we have people from Japan. We were able to create this global network of young people that help each other and also that understand how to better increase their impact, their income, and be able to employ more other young people from another world. I dream for a world where young people are seen, are heard, and are valued for the enormous work that they are doing in the local communities. So the idea and what I want to do is to push this and be able to go beyond.
Okay, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, before we end the session for today, I would like to thank all our honorable co-chair, Y20 Awards initiator, the judges, and all participants for attending today's event. Let's take a group of photo to commemorate today's event. For all participants who are joining us today, please kindly open your camera and give your brightest smile. You may also send your reaction if you have trouble with your camera. And we will wait for more participants to open their camera. Okay, on my count, I will take the photo twice. Okay, in 1, 2, 3. You may also send your reaction on my count of 3. For the last pictures, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much for today, and I apologize for my mistakes while presenting this event. I also want to express my gratitude to the organizing committee for giving me the opportunity to be the master of ceremony for today's event. Stay healthy, stay safe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and have a nice day ahead. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Great job.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.